Well, this morning here in church, we're going to be celebrating communion for the first time in 4 months. At 9:15 this morning, we'll be gathering together here in the church to celebrate this very special service. And I'm aware it will probably feel strange for people being back in church again, worshipping together after so many months. So much has happened, so much has changed. Within church life, much has changed too. Online services, and now the building itself looking different. It's been an unprecedented time. But I'm really glad that today we can meet together and celebrate this very special meal of Holy Communion. So what does the service mean for us, I wonder? I've been thinking about that over the past few days. What's important about it? Why have we given it such a central place among us? Well, I guess it's the time and the place when we focus our thoughts most clearly on Jesus, and particularly his sacrifice of himself for us, his death for us. We recall the events of the Last Supper on the night before he died, and we remember our salvation, that we are accepted and loved by God, not by right, but by grace, and through the gift of Jesus, the gift of his life for the sins of the whole world. It's a deeply serious and important message. Yet I think the communion too has many layers to it, and I find myself discovering more and more as the years go by. In many ways, it's a place of hospitality. I really love this icon. You might know it. It's by Rublev, and it's an icon of the Trinity. If you look closely, if you can see closely enough, there's a table, and on it there's a vessel with some wine. Jesus, who sits behind the table, stretches out his hand, and he blesses the wine. Around him sit God the Father and God the Holy Spirit in angelic form. And it's an image of hospitality. At this table, we're invited into the presence of the Holy Trinity, the presence of God. We're invited to come. That word comes in our gospel reading for this morning, that word of Jesus, come. We're invited to come, to sit and to eat, whoever we are, wherever we come from, whatever we've done. It's a wonderfully inclusive and inviting picture. And there are many other layers and meanings to the service too. I always find the part where we break and share the bread particularly special. There are 4 aspects to that, if you remember. We take the bread, we bless the bread, we break the bread, and then we share the bread. There are 4 aspects. We take, we bless, we break, and we share. And I sometimes feel that the Lord himself does that for us when we come for communion. He takes us, he blesses us. Sometimes he breaks us if there are places where we're hard and proud and cold and unfeeling. And then he shares us with the world that he loves so much. There are many, many different aspects to this service. I'd love to hear your thoughts, what it is that you value about this service. But today I'm thankful that we can celebrate in church once again. The communion is, after all, a service of thanksgiving. That's what the word Eucharist means. It's a thanksgiving for the life and the death and the resurrection of Jesus. And as we remember him, we follow his command to remember him in this way. We do draw close to him in a very special way. We know his presence within us, among us, and through it we are changed to be more like him.